welcome back to a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Y'all know who I am, y'all sports mixologist. And I'm really excited because I'm about to do my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I'm about to take y'all to this place called Hardinwood because it feels so right. Hardinwood. Ow! It's out of sight. That was pretty good, right? I should write jingles or be a songwriter. I've always said, I'm telling you,
You're gonna have to hard sell that one
I
because
could
you've
be
been saying
Charlie. I could write jingles, man. I could just be like the a dude who you remember his name was Charlie, and it's the dude who's always winning, Charlie Sheen. Like I could do that. If that's a real job, I can do it.
See, like you've said that, but then the jingles you spit out right after you say that convince me.
My
otherwise.
jingles are dope. Okay,
All right.
they're
If you say so.
or at least my ideas. I should be running a company because I put out so many like pizza joints. Like back in the day, think about this. Your pizza comes with joints and you call your chain pizza joints. So like, hey, let's go to pizza joints. Like everybody would love that. And it's legal in a lot of states now. I mean, that is perfect. Like that is a great business idea.
That is a great idea.
I mean, dude.
The jingles weren't that good, though.
And I had a great commercial for pizza joints. Maybe I'm not great at great ideas, but man, pizza joints. And there were some other great ideas. The 4-year marriage license. Think about it, what it would do for our economy. If every single year, you know that if you get married, we would have more people get married because you wouldn't be so scared because, in 4 years, it can be over. But if you still love each other in 4 years, you're like, hey, you still love me? Yeah, I still love you. Then you get married again. And if you don't love each other, hey, you don't love me? No, not really. I don't love you either. All right, well, our marriage is over. Cool, man. Good 4 years. Peace. Now you're back on the market and you're spending money and you're out. And again, what did I say? The economy's booming. And these apps are blowing up and it's making it hard to be married anyway. Told y'all what happened. That Tinder thing almost killed me. But I got to tell y'all about what a vampire facial is. Kim Kardashian posted it on her site, and y'all know they are like really into basketball players, so it can be a sports story as well. So that's how I'm trying to tie it into Hardinwood.
Hey, Hardinwood doesn't need to be a sports.
That's a good point. Hardinwood is just
we don't discriminate. You bring a good story our way, we
dropping it. And I got to say, I can't do Hardinwood without my great people. I told y'all about my favorite restaurant, Interim. But then there's also my buddy Bill at 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses, a bing, a bang, a boom. Literally, you just sold your house. It's any house, any area, as is. It's really that simple. If you're elderly and you need to sell your home because you want to go into a home for the elderly, like this one lady did, and you can't do a whole bunch of housework. How hard is it? You can call 901-406-1101. And ma'am, thank you for listening to me. And I'm glad Bill helped you out. 901-406-1101. If somebody died and you got, like an estate and you need to sell the house to divvy up the estate, why wait 6 months? You can have your check in 5 days. 901-406-1101 because he's guaranteed to close in 5 days. And if you need a quick sale and the bank is calling, don't let them foreclose on you. 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. I guarantee you'll be grateful and thankful that you did. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Say it with me one time, baby. 901-406-1101. Bing, a bang, a boom. Because I tell you, life's about peaks and valleys. You never know you never know when you're going to be in that valley. But how you deal with that valley to get back on top of those peaks. So, man, take down that number, 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. And we're going to Hardinwood.
This is Access Hardinwood.
All right, I'm dead serious. I am not playing no games today. I talk about the Kardashians a lot. Why? Because, heck, everybody talks about the Kardashians. They're awesome. People love them. They're annoying as can be.
My girlfriend smashes the Hulu with all her Keeping Up with the Kardashians episodes.
Really?
Okay, oh my gosh! It's all in my recently played. Everyone loves the Kardashians.
Perfect. Everybody does. Okay. I know. I don't understand it, but they do. So Kim Kardashian did a thing called a vampire facial, and it took off. I mean, it took off like it was going out of style. Guess what now has happened? So this vampire facial that everybody is now hip to and doing to look beautiful. And it's gross, man. I mean, like, while you're over there, just so you know
want
what
me
I'm
to
talking.
Google in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, Google on your thing so you know what I'm talking about. Vampire facial, and look at like what these bloody women look like, and tell me if this is something that you think in any way in hell, like what. And the reason I bring this up is because I hate to say it, she made it really popular because she has so many followers, but they take your blood out
Ow.
with needles, and somehow
It's supposed to take swelling out of your face or something and make your
dude,
cheeks look skinnier.
just let me tell you something. People do all kinds of crazy stuff to quote say they look younger, but more than 100 clients have been tested. 2 of them are coming back with HIV, as well as one with hepatitis B and C. I mean, what?
Yeah, so ladies or men, I guess, stay away
Anybody,
from those
dude,
things.
don't
That's
go.
so
Like,
gross
it
looking.
just
It looks painful.
it. And by the way, I don't know what, like, blood is inside of me. I don't want people sticking needles and taking my blood out and then putting it on my face in some, man, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, she did the procedure. She posted it on Instagram back in 2013. It's taken off to where now there's a bunch of these things. They have just now started. Thank goodness the Department of Health is now looking into these. But VIP spa, stay away from. Inspection found problems with the handling of their needles. Like, that's the other thing. Like, they were, you can't say what they were doing, but it seems like they were almost like reusing their needles. Like, I'm going to throw up.
That's almost like exactly what they had to be doing. If people are contracting HIV and hepatitis, sharing needles, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you like
that's bad.
I just don't think needles. Like, when I think of needles, for some reason, I think of like drug users.
This
stuff.
can't be
like,
something you get done at like a dermatologist's office, right?
This is
something.
It's one of those crazy spas. This one was, by the way, the one that this one where everybody got in trouble at. It was called VIP Spa. Yeah. Well, good job, VIP. It's in New Mexico. Man,
you could have seen that coming.
I was about to say, what is it about Albuquerque and New Mexico? Like, it's just like one place I don't think I ever want to go to New Mexico.
I have family from out there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Has it ever been fun?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's definitely a weird place. It's not like here.
Man.
Yeah.
I always get
it's a culture shock just because there's a lot of culture there. A lot of culture.
Yeah, dude. By the way, what do you think about Sean Miller paying $10,000 per month for DeAndre Ayton?
Want to know what I think? Where is the trail? Like, where's the receipts? Where can we find where? You know, I get all the wiretaps, and he did it. I mean, I'm
gonna sit there and say I think he did it. I mean,
no. I'm the first one saying everyone does this.
Dude, Christian Dawkins, Book Richardson, they can. They don't want to, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to. You know, they if they wanted to, I'm telling you, man. And the sad thing again, these are kids, and you got everybody. If you listen to the wiretaps, the way they talk about the kids, they're pieces of meat. You know what I'm saying? And it's all a use for all these guys to make more money, from the agent to the coaches to the NCAA to the universities for more W's, the concessions because you have more people, to heck, to even the journalists who want to write about, you know, DeAndre Ayton. I mean, it is crazy.
Can I just take a second and absolutely laugh at one of these texts?
Please,
that came in about our vampire facials.
Oh, yes.
He says, you look younger, but you only live 2 weeks. That's good stuff. That is great stuff.
That was.
But one of my favorite stories of the day is about Dave Gettleman, my favorite.
Favorite.
Everyone's favorite, Dave Gettleman.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
And he, of course, after he took Daniel Jones 6th overall in a absolute boneheaded move, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe that was this guy. I don't care. You could have got him later.
Then lied, like I said.
And then he basically lies and says that He knows for a fact that Daniel Jones would have gotten taken before pick 17. And two of the teams that he said that were thinking about it were the Redskins and the Broncos. And in a report today, when GM Bruce Allen of the Redskins was asked about this, he quoted, "We picked the player we wanted to pick. I'm almost positive Dave has no clue what our draft board would be. I don't know which draft boards he knows, but he doesn't know ours." So, Dave Gettleman, there's your first strike. Here's the second strike. Adam Schefter on his podcast reported that the Broncos had openly said that they were not taking Daniel Jones in the first round. So, Dave Gettleman, not only did you make a boneheaded move, you're a liar. You lied about the fact that he would have been taken.
He always lies. He will not stop lying.
And he wants to have his plan in place, but his plan doesn't seem very good at this point. It seems like it's headed down the wrong path fast. But obviously, he said it'll take some time until we see what his plan is. So
curious about this question. We got to switch topics real quick. Because by the way, that's insanity. Is it not? Like Dave Gettleman.
He's like, well, they were going to take him, and they both said nope.
Unequivocally, he was lying to everybody in New York, and New York is probably just so sick of it. But I will also ask you this: Seth Davis, who I want to know what you think about.
This is the tweet, wasn't it? Is this the one, the cleaner basketball one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
For 2 years, the FBI used every investigative technique at its disposal to dig into corruption into college basketball, and the biggest fish they caught were Christian Dawkins, Jim Gatto, and Book Richardson. Maybe this sport is actually cleaner than we thought.
Or maybe it's way dirtier.
By the way, what about Chuck Persons? Do you not remember him pleading guilty at Auburn? Did we forget about that?
Did he ever think about the fact that maybe it's completely the opposite of what he's saying? The fact that they're probably hiding all this stuff. They found a way to hide it. I mean,
and the other thing I was going to ask
use your brain, right?
Did you watch any of the trial? Like, are you kidding me? Like, did you listen to the testimony? I don't understand. To me, the whole thing makes me feel like Seth is baffling.
Yes, there's a couple ways to look at it, but he's looking at it the complete wrong way.
Yes, he's looking at it the complete wrong way.
Wiretaps are pretty damning evidence, if you ask me.
Yeah, they are. And guilty pleas by ex-Auburn assistant
right.
Coach Chuck Persons. Yeah. Like, a dude is literally going to jail, okay? The dude was in the NBA. Again, we're talking about people who unequivocally have said and have been put in jail and said that they were, prison, dude. They're going to, prison. Anyway, man, it's just, and what's going to happen, Jim Gatto and Adidas, again, that's just, I don't even want to get involved in it because you know what it does?
I just don't know how you come to that
conclusion.
Yeah.
I don't think, I think he's losing his mind. Hey, you know what? Maybe this is a really, really clean sport and nobody cheats. Now, I do have to ask I got to ask you a question. Since I brought up New Mexico, I actually had a follow-up story and I almost forgot it. We were talking about New Mexico and the vampire facials and how bad that is. That's bad, right? Giving somebody hepatitis B and C and HIV, we're going to chalk that up as, yeah, you really, really screwed up. What about if you're the police and you find, get this, not one, not two, but 44 diamonds in a young man's cavity, we'll say. Ouch! Like, aren't diamonds used to cut glass in the hardest rock, on Earth? And the other thing is,
I have so many questions. I don't even know where to start. It's like,
I don't either.
Did you cover them up, or are they just in there? Are they just lodged, or did you have something you wrapped around them? How does that work,
dude? This whole thing to me is so messed up, and He said he was going to use the diamonds, by the way. He stole the diamonds, obviously. He said he was going to use the diamonds to get drugs with them. So he's going to trade the diamonds for drugs. My question is, was he going to let the drug dealer know where the diamonds came from? Like, I feel like that would have to, like, at least appreciate the diamonds. And I almost feel like these diamonds now are almost worthless. Like, hey, honey, here's your rock. I got this on a special discount because it came from inmate 999274's cavity.
Someone drops down to their knee, puts the ring on. What's that smell, honey?
Yeah, dude. It's shiny, but it stinks. Oh, man, there's so much I got to talk about. But you know what? I got to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Kind of like while I'm taking a break, why don't you go to cbqmemphis.com real quick? Check out Central Barbecue. I already mentioned them together. Told you if you want to do fine dining in a restaurant, dopest place in the world. But when you think barbecue and you're in Memphis, there's literally only one place that you need to think, and that is Central Barbecue. And the cool thing is, 4 great locations make it easy for everybody in the listening area to get there in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Now, if you're listening to me online or you're in another state, you can go to cbqmemphis.com, order Central Barbecue for yourself. Or if you got some nice friends, tell them to ship it to you. They'll ship it anywhere in the good old US of A. Central Barbecue, it literally is simply the best. Also get their meats in bulk. Your children will love you, and so will your husband. I can tell you that as a fact because my girlfriend, I will eat her turkey and her chicken sandwiches now because they are Central Barbecue and they are simply the best. The banana pudding, it's even better than my grandmother's. Sorry, Meemaw, I love you, but it really is. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Sports 56, 87.7 FM.
The Press Box with Keith Parker and Elliot Wender. Weekday mornings at 6 on Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Duncan Williams presents Live at the Gardens 2019. This year's stupendous lineup is June 7th, Kansas. June 13th, the Doobie Brothers. August 2nd, Lionel Richie. August 31st,